I'm here today because I believe when something works, it's important to share with others, and this is something that has truly changed my life. The Monalisa touch is a procedure that I have found now has given me back a quality of life that I just didn't have before. I'm 55 years old, and about 10 years ago I had a hysterectomy, and I was prepared for things like menopausal symptoms. I was prepared for some of the things that I thought were going to happen after a hysterectomy, but nobody talked to me about the pain that I would be experiencing. And I pretty much felt that this was it, that this was the way I was going to spend the rest of my life, and I'm way too young for that. So when I went to my doctor, finally had the conversation, she was kind enough to offer me a brochure and said, think about this. This is something that I believe is a procedure that you would greatly benefit from. So I took the paper home and sat with it for quite a while before I shared it with my husband and said, this is something maybe we ought to think about. So we did some research, we looked online, we read some testimonials. I think it's important to research before you have any procedure, and we decided as a couple that this was something we wanted to pursue. So I visited with Dr. Shimp, and she is amazing, so kind, and her staff is phenomenal. This was a procedure that took just less than 10 minutes to complete, basically pain-free. I didn't have to worry about taking medications. Estrogen was just not an option for me, so this was something that I thought would be the answer. And after just one treatment, I found huge results. Difference was amazing, phenomenal. I just had my second treatment, and I'm basically pain-free. So this has truly changed my life. The Monalisa touch is something that I want to recommend to all women. This is a delicate subject. We women get together and we don't talk about things like this, but this needs to be talked about because there is a solution, and the Monalisa touch is it.
Being a gynecological and obstetrical nurse, I think I have a certain perspective on women's health in general, and I think that's also given me a great deal of insight as to how very life-changing this procedure can be as a patient and as a nurse. My biggest fear about the procedure was not so much the discomfort, as I trust Dr. Cameraman. My biggest fear about the procedure is that it would not be effective. After 2 weeks after the Monalisa procedure, it was like being a younger woman again. It was amazing. I feel like I recaptured my intimacy. I would tell any of my friends that are experiencing the things that I experienced to please investigate this. It can be the answer for you. When you reach a certain age group, men's issues, it seems, are acceptable to be discussed in social media, in the medical environment, and women's issues don't seem to get the same attention. It takes two to tango. There's a revolution in women's sexual well-being, and it's the Monalisa touch.